welcome back to our Vancouver Orcas MyLeague series here in NBA 2K19. So as you can see with the season, we had one win here against Golden State. We had another win here against OKC, another one here against the Utah Jazz. Then there's one against Dallas, another one against Dallas, and another one against Dallas. So we've won 3 Mavericks, so at least we could say that we would rather take than... let's go to... where is this thing? Trade Finder. So we are going to be getting rid of Kaminsky. We're also going to be getting rid of... who else was it? Konac, and we're going to be getting rid of... I think it was... was it Whitehead or Whitehead? Yeah, I think it was Whitehead. So we are going to be trading those 3 guys over to... where was it? Over to the Portland Trail Blazers for Zach Collins and Anthony Simmons. Well, the Adams deal's nice. Adams has a really huge cap hit, while Zach Collins, yes, we're going to have to give him a bigger contract, but he is younger, and he's basically just 1 point under Frank Kaminsky, and I think I've seen him grow to like an 81 or so, so he's not that bad of a center, maybe for a couple seasons. And then we also have Anthony Simmons, who I don't know how he pans out, but he's 19, still signed for 2 years at least, so I think this is a good trade for us, and we are going to start this negotiation. So are we shedding a lot of cap too? 4 million, no, it's around the same amount in cap, I think. Oh, maybe not, maybe a bit less. We're shedding a bit of cap, but I think this is a good trade for us. So there is our trade. The Orcas underneath minimum player limit. The team could do this trade doing a minimum player thing. Oh, that last 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, so we have to actually pick up now a player because we're underneath the minimum amount of players, which is 14, I think. So we might actually have to sign somebody as well. Okay, so wait, where are we really weak? Shooting guard. We could maybe use another center. That's not that good. Let's go to free agents and just sign somebody that's not that good. There we go. Let's just sign Amika Okafor for the rest of the season, since he matches their current system pretty good. Give him the minimum. And there we go. And yeah, I think that's all we're going to do at this deadline. Let me just make sure the minutes are adjusted properly. Okay, so let's see. Let's go like that and make sure we're getting minutes for... oh, I don't want Simmons to be on the bench though. I'd rather have Cavana on the bench. So let's give Cavana no time. Give Simmons some time on the court. Forbes and Jones Jr. are both injured. And yeah, I think that is good. Actually, I don't really want to give Okafor time either. So let's actually give that to Cavana instead. And put Okafor down there. Put Cavana up. And yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so now that that's done, season, so let's first go up to the All-Star stuff. We're going to also get a bit of the off-season done in this episode since we're not going to be a playoff team. We are going to be doing, wait, actually, let me just check the contract extensions, make sure those guys don't need contracts. No, they won't. We'll leave Leonard for now. Sorry about that, there's some lawnmowers going out outside. Anyways, leave Leonard for now, but, yeah, we're going to do some of the off-season in this episode just because we're not doing so hot, and I want to see the draft lottery and get it primed up for the draft and for free agency, and you guys could suggest stuff for that. So let's see the All-Star game after this type of thing. We're going to see if any of our guys made it, which I really doubt it because we had a really bad season so far. So let's see about the 3-point contest. Did anybody on our team make the 3-point contest? Nobody did, not a surprise. Dunk contest, nobody did. And in the actual All-Star game, I doubt anybody did. Let's see, Team Giannis. Oh yeah, nobody did, I don't think. Yeah, nobody did. Okay, so let's sim the rest of the season. Go all the way up here till April the 10th. And see how we finish off the season. Hopefully we could get maybe a couple more wins, but I want to still stay as worse as we can because we definitely want to get the top pick in this year's draft. So, and there is a win against Denver. No, I would not want to stop simulating. I don't really care about that Miles Leonard deal because we'll bring him back probably. We still have that option in the off season. So, but I find it kind of cool that they have a contract extension deadline in the middle of the season. And we've won 2 games in a row. I think that's only the second time we've done that this season. So that's pretty nice. We're still not playing that good, but at least we're getting our youngsters some experience because we have a pretty young team. So most guys are like 25 and under. And we beat Portland, so Hafferty Simmons and who else was it? Zach Collins playing good against your former team. And I think the reason I was thinking Zach Collins grew really good is because I was messing him up with John Collins because the 2 guys play for both teams with red in their logo, so might have been screwed up that way. And we beat the Kaylee 120 to 117. And we also beat the Raptors, which is really weird. So we have been playing a bit better as of recently, but we're still playing pretty bad. There's another win against the Magic, so we beat them twice this season. And we beat the Knicks as well. Well, at least we're getting some wins here at the end of the season. Good for team morale, if there even is. Let's see. Devin Snyder, Zach Ware. Okay, all these guys. But yeah, we'll watch the draft lottery results in this. We'll actually watch it in like real time. We won't just jump cut it. Just because it makes it more suspenseful. Because the draft lottery is pretty interesting. So, how are we going to finish off this season? There's another win against the Suns, and here are the player awards for the first season. So Russell Westbrook is the MVP, Luka Doncic is the Rookie of the Year, Serge Ibaka is the 6th Man of the Year, Giannis is the Defensive. Buddy Hield wins the Most Improved Player, Brett Brown is the Coach of the Year, and that is it. Interesting. Any of our guys get onto the NBA teams, or any of the All-NBA teams or something? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. So here is the playoff format. Obviously, we're not in it, but we did just have a really bad season. So let's look at how we did during the regular season. So what was our main cause of concern? We just played really bad, 17 and 65. We played horrible on the road, but we played great, way better on home court. Not great, but still way better. 12 and 38 against the conference, 4 and 12 against our division. We were only averaging 101 points per game, so we need to find a way to get more points in a game. And we allowed way too much as well. We allowed 111, which wasn't actually the worst. The Mavericks were the worst for that, so maybe that's why we beat them multiple times. Interesting. So, power rankings, we were probably the last, right? Yep, so we have probably the best odds in the lottery, followed by Dallas and Charlotte. So hopefully we stay in that number 1 spot, and hopefully we don't fall back a bit. So let's sim these playoffs and see who ends up taking home the NBA title this year in the first year of the season. So yeah, next episode will probably be the draft and free agency, and then we're going to also start up the next season in that episode. So it's going to be a lot of like maybe longer episodes. It's just I want to get these episodes fly through a bit because we want to get some seasons done and get this team built up kind of quick, because I want the series to go on probably till September, because I don't know if I'll be buying NBA 2K20 or not, because I don't know if I'll have the money. So, and let's see, so Houston is in the finals, and the 76ers also make it, and the Philadelphia 76ers have swept Houston in the finals. Wow. Nice job, Philadelphia. Okay. And Ben Simmons winning the playoffs MVP. So there you go. There is year number 1. So now let's advance to the offseason. So, young team, but Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Gasol, Tyson Chandler, Zach Randolph, this guy, Jose Calderon, are the big guys that retired, also a couple other guys, but yeah, nobody that retired for us, not a surprise. Hall of Fame inductees, Vince Carter and Dirk Nowitzki making the Hall of Fame this year. Jersey retirements, Manu Ginobili and Dirk Nowitzki. Okay. League meetings, what happened? Teams are allowed to trade for first round picks in consecutive years. I think that's a good one. I could overturn these, but I think that's good. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't see. So there you go. Alignment, we're still Utah Jazz, the Denver Nuggets, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Portland Trailblazers. Okay. And now the big thing, the draft lottery. Let's get right into this draft lottery and see if we could get that number 1 pick. We have 24.9% odds, followed by the Hornets and the Hawks via Dallas. But since it's a top 3 pick, I think the Dallas Mavericks are going to retain it. So we could see if we actually get it. Oh, hopefully we do, because we definitely need that good player. But if we fall to 3 or fall to 2, we could still pick up a pretty good player. It's just that the top pick is a lot better, obviously. Because, I mean, Lothar Lindman's supposed to go 3rd, I think, or something. Maybe he's not supposed to, I don't know. But maybe we go after a guy like him. Even though he does take a couple years. I think he was in Germany for 3 years. We could get him anyways, because then we could have a really good stud when he comes over from Europe. Because usually those European players, even though they take a couple years to develop, they usually turn out to be really good. Okay, so let's see, does Brooklyn stay in the 11th spot? Yes, they do, so they did not move up. Okay, how about the 10th pick? Is it still going to stay with Chicago? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Those teams don't really have much chance to move up, but like sometimes I've seen teams move all the way up from like 13 to number 1, so you never know. Boston Celtics at number 9. Yes, they stay at number 9. That's good. At number 8 now, who is going to have the 8th pick? The what is it? The thing on the bottom is kind of annoying. It talks too long. Number 8 is the Cavaliers, and it stays the Cavaliers, so that's good. Everything is currently in the same order, I think, as it was during the regular season. So that's good, because we don't want anybody getting bumped out of the top 3. Number 7 is going to stay with the Celtics as well. Yes, it is. So the Celtics have 2 picks in the top 10. One from Sacramento and one from Minnesota. Will the Knicks stay at number 6? Yes, they will. Okay, good. Now we're almost into the top 5. So we have a guaranteed top 4 pick, I think, at least. Because I don't think we can fall back to number 5. Yep, the Suns take number 5. So we have a number, like a top 4 pick at least, which is huge. But hopefully we get number 1. That would be a great way to start off our first season, getting a number 1 pick. Even though it's not the strongest draft, the Hawks are not going to stay in that spot. So actually, wait. Oh, yeah, it's because... Oh, the Hawks did move into the top 3. So somebody did get bumped out. That was the Mavericks, I think. Hopefully the Hawks don't go number 1. And there we go. They go number 3. So we have either number 2 or number 1. So that's actually pretty good. Okay, I think there was a glitch because it's supposed to be Mavericks drafted Luka Doncic, not the Hawks. I don't know what's with that. The Charlotte Hornets. Oh, we bumped down to number 2, so Charlotte takes number 1. But I mean, number 2 is still pretty good. But damn, number 1 would have been better. So we don't get the number 1 overall pick in our first year, but we do get number 2, so I guess I'll take that. So we're going to take a look at the draft class again so we could kind of get a feel for what we want going into the draft. So number 2. Okay. So staff signing, let's sign some staff again. Assistant GM, that doesn't really matter too much. We do have a decent amount of decent amount. Let's just give it to this Alexander Smith guy. Is I think our most important thing is to have a good coach, and is also to have a maybe a good trainer and a good head scout for sure. Because if you don't have a good scout, it's not a good thing, because then you can't scout as much players, and it's really horrific. So let's get to the draft combine. So I don't really look at this stuff too much, but there is some of these little analytic things. Pre-draft workouts. Let's actually take a look at the draft again. Big boards. So Lothar Lindman is going to be the #1 guy, it looks like, potentially. But since he's waiting over in Europe, he might not go #1. There's also Bruce Neely, a point guard. Might not be that bad to take somebody like him. There's Damian Kelly as well. Yeah, I don't know what we want to go after, because we could get one of these these 3 guys. I think Bruce Neely might be good, and then also Damian Kelly might not be that bad, but he's already 23. But yeah, Lothar Lindman, if he falls, I might take him, because we were scouting him pretty good, I guess, and I think it said he had really good potential. Yeah, he had 99 potential. So this guy might be a stud, and if he falls, he's going to be in Europe for 3 years, yeah, but he's going to be, when he comes over from Europe somewhere in Germany, he's going to be 24 years old, and he's going to be probably in like the high 80s, maybe even 90s, if that's the case. So let's get to the pre-draft workouts and send these guys there, and then that's going to be pretty much it we're going to do up to this point. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see, how did these guys perform at that thing? So Yukig is the fastest, Leonard is the best lane, vertical, Linden has the best vertical apparently. Bench goes to Yukik, standing 15-foot jump to Scott, okay, Yukik again. Lindman, yeah, Lindman might be still #1. Damian Kelly's the best 3-pointer. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we can't really do any much more, because we don't want to go all the way up to the draft. There's also, after that, the rookie signing, then we have our team and player options, their qualifying offers, and then gets to free agency and the progression and all that sort of thing. Let's just take a look quickly at our roster, see if there's been any growth. So Dennis Schroeder's up to a 79. Usually he plays actually pretty long, like I've had him in another mode till 33. So he's pretty good of a player to keep around. Leonard's up to a 77, Dotson a 77, Bell 77. Looks like we're getting pretty much growth on every player. Simmons included, he's up to a 73. How did he actually play with us? Yeah, we can't tell with us, but he was averaging 4.2 points per game, which is pretty good considering his minutes. And who else was it? Oh yeah, Collins up to a 77 already, averaging 6.3 points per game. Yeah, this guy's going to be interesting. Okay, so I think that's going to do it, guys, for this episode already of our Orcas MyLeague mode. So in next episode, we will take it to the first year draft and see if we can pick up a pretty good piece at #2 to help us out. So yeah, let me know who you guys think we should draft. Like, if Lindman falls, do we take Lindman even though he's going to take a couple years, or do we take somebody like Bruce Neely if he's #2, or Damian Kelly, because these guys seem all pretty decent. Like, yeah, Kelly's a 77, Neely's a 76, and then Lindman's currently a 76, but he might grow better in a couple seasons. So anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.